Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll be hearing from David Aldridge on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Well, some say Jrue Holiday is the best defender in the league that no one talks about. He said, I don't need any accolades. I don't like being famous. But for guys to remember how I play defense on them, that respect, that's the only accolade I want. It's fun for me, playing myself to total exhaustion. Kevin?
What a great attitude. He is a monster on defense. David, thank you. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Taking a look at Charlotte. They reside in the 7th slot right now in the early part of the season.
And you know, for the Hornets, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Now, you just don't want to sit in the middle for too long. You either want to be competing against the top teams or starting to strategize where you can position yourself for a high lottery pick and maybe turn around your franchise's fortunes.
Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots. Ingram is out there with Hart, and it's Okafor in at the 5 spot. And for the Hornets, Washington and Zeller are in the middle. Rozier's out there with Bacon, and it's Bridges in at the 3 spot. A whole new cast of characters for the Pelicans. 3 promising first-round picks, Greg, and the young players acquired from the Lakers and veterans like Favors and Redick.
All of a sudden, a wealth of options for Alvin Gentry. Time will tell how they did in the AD trade, but seems like they're off to a nice start.
6 to shoot. Stolen by Ball. Out in his own on the break. Here's Hart. Rips down the breakaway slam.
I really like the activity level from Ball. Excels at reading his man and jumping all over him, and great at coming up with those steals.
And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. And 4 years at Villanova for Josh Hart. Won the title back in 2016.
He just makes winning plays, hits perimeter shots, and the 30th pick in 2017, he has been solid.
And so he hits the technical free throw. Even this early on, Brent, have you been on teams where you just knew changes were coming down the road?
Yeah, most of that, Kevin, I think happens because of internally what's going on with the team. Yeah, on the floor, you're going to see guys operating in the offense, playing pick and roll, but
it's behind the curtains where you begin to feel, right?
Good executives and good coaching staffs understand communicating to the people in the front office to say, hey, if we stay this way, our potential, instead of growing, is not knowing how low we're going to go. So we need to make some changes.
First quarter, just over a minute played. And Holiday has it in the corner. Off target from three-point range.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming, Kevin.
Here's Zeller. Some solid defense from Ingram. And so it's Ingram who brings up the ball for the New Orleans Pelicans. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
Yeah, what we saw in that game and what you see around the league is a questionable dependency on the triple.
Well, you have to be able to use the three-point line in some way. It's just such a weapon. And in that game, it was just not there for him.
Here's Bridges. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
You know, what I love about Bridges is just the all-around game. He scores, rebounds, passes, and defends well, too. Just an exciting young prospect.
Shooting 2.
And he can't get the first one. And this Charlotte franchise has been stuck in the middle for so long with Kemba Walker leaving this summer in free agency. Greg, is it time for them to hit the reset button?
A rebuild does seem in order. I'm not sure they have the stomach for it, but they need to tear it down to the studs and start over.
Good on the second free throw.
Well, the new front office in New Orleans, led by David Griffin, opting to keep Alvin Gentry as a head coach, a great decision because the players that they brought in the trade for Anthony Davis are going to love to play at that fast pace. You add Zion Williamson to that mix, this team immediately becomes one of the more interesting and exciting young teams in the NBA.
And this is the attack mindset you want to see coming into the game.
Tone setting right here early. Love that tenacity.
Knocked loose, taken away by Holiday. Here's Ball, and Ball slams it in.
Quick, active hands. Holiday knows a thing or two about collecting some steals.
And Brent, a lot of times when a new head of basketball operations is hired, a new coach is coming up next.
Well, the continuity there is interesting because of the time that Alvin Gentry spent in Phoenix, and David Griffin was there with the Suns as well. And so that's going to help out this young core, that they know that there's a collective consciousness coming from both the coach and the front office for them to lay the foundation of what this new Pelican team is going to be all about.
Charlotte making a switch here. Graham's checked in. Five on the clock. Making the pass to Zeller. That's tipped. Stolen by Ball. And here's the fast break. Ball leading the way. And that one is good.
Man, he's got that touch working tonight, shooting the ball very well to start this one.
And the more you hear about Drew Holiday, a magnetic personality. He really connects with his teammates.
It'll be very interesting to watch the growth of Drew Holiday in that aspect this year, Kevin, with all of the additions of young, unrealized talent. Zion Williamson, Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram. Drew Holiday has got to be much more of a conductor this year, along with keeping his levels of performance elite.
That free throw good from Drew Holiday.
Well, Drew Holiday and his brother Justin had some hard-fought games in the driveway. I know a little bit about that. We never ever finished those games, Kevin. Too much fighting going on. And by the end of it, both Drew and Justin Holiday find themselves in the NBA.
Graham kicks to Bridges. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Graham. He's covered by Ball. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Charlotte making some changes. Williams comes in for Washington. And it's Malik Monk in for Dwayne Bacon. And the Pelicans with the possession. They're on an 11-2 run. Jackson passes to Favors. On the wing, Williams. Defended by Bridges. Williams kicks to Jackson. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. And Brent, that fierce, competitive nature for Drew Holiday, still there to this day.
There's so much talk from his coach, Alvin Gentry, about Drew working himself constantly to exhaustion, just continuing to push the limits. And he'll sit at his locker, he'll take a long shower. He doesn't want to move till his body recovers. He knows how important this game is to him and how important now he is to the Pelican franchise moving forward.
Here's Jackson, and plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And the foul called on the Charlotte Hornets. New Orleans shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
And the first one at the line is good. Brent, we hear this all the time. Good defense beats good offense. Do you think that's true?
I don't know how defense scores. So in today's game, seeing the juggernauts and seeing what we've seen, Kevin, quite frankly, as some of the best offensive teams, not only in the last 5 years, but in the history of the league. around the Houston Rockets and what the Golden State Warriors have been able to do. It's about equipping your team defensively to be able to stop that stylistically, but certainly every coach will say it comes down to defense because that is something you can control.
Williams against Bridges. Monk dishes to Graham. To end the drought. Here's Zeller. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
Second chances are a great measure of what a team is doing in terms of their effort on a nightly basis, and that was some serious effort there.
Williams finds Redick. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. Hornets trail by 9. 1:02 left in the first quarter of the game. Graham, the pass to Zeller. Williams trying to break free. It's good. Zeller's got 5 now.
Now, those interior passes can be dangerous sometimes, but if the timing is good and you execute it there, you can get easy hoops.
Here's Jackson. Favors trying to break free. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
And so Graham will bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. Pass to Zeller. He kicks it to Bridges. Excellent D there from Williams. Pelicans leading by 9. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Favors can't get it to go.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Just good at drawing fouls. Bridges plays well in traffic and through the contact.
The Hornets shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
And as a team, excellent a season ago. About 80% when they got to the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He's off on the first. He hits the second from the line. 19 seconds left in the first. Here's Redick. They really needed more from him in that loss to Toronto. Out left to the wing. From deep, Moore.
And I think Bridges has some real upside defensively. He's strong, athletic, and able to guard multiple positions. And that's what every team is looking for.
And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from New Orleans?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
Pelicans leading by 8. And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Setting the floor now for the Pelicans. They've got Favors. J.J. Redick is out there with Etuan Moore. And it's Alexander Walker in at the 1. Clock at 4. And Moore kicks to Redick. And it's off from 3-point range. And here are the Hornets now. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
And that was a game to forget. You'd like to find some teachable moments, but I think they'd like to just turn the page and move forward.
Yeah, and quick, like as quick as possible. That was a dismal showing, especially for them at the offensive end.
Here's Favors. Sinks it from just inside the baseline.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Pass to Monk. Here's the three. Drills it from outside. Monk's got his first 3 points of the game.
And Monk's just got a good feel for kind of how to exploit the defense, especially about how quickly he gets his shot off after getting the pass.
Here's Favors, and he banks in the layup. And the Pelicans lead by 6.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hornets. Each team has a catalyst, Brent. Some guys are ball dominant. Others play within the flow of the offense. Is there one approach better than the other?
Obviously, great coaches, Kevin, are going to find what it is that their best player does well. And as many times as I could get my best player into that situation, that's what I'm going to do. So if it's Harden in isolation, James Harden's going to be in isolation. If it's Steph Curry setting off-ball screens and relocating for threes, well, I'm going to do that too. So it all comes down to a fit with the player, his skill set, and how the coach wants to use that best.
Ball, the pass to Okafor. More in the corner. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Alexander Walker from outside off the mark. Hornets trail by 4. To the inside. And Williams with the stuff.
Yeah, still possessing the athleticism. Williams is sensational at finding ways to throw it down.
Ball dishes to Ingram. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Rozier, the pass to Williams. Here's Bacon. He's covered by Ingram. Tipped away. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Charlotte's had to wait a bit the last few years. Now, the city hosted the All-Star game last season. But for the Hornets, they've gone 3 seasons without a playoff appearance and 15 seasons without winning a playoff series. In that time, the franchise has had 7 head coaches and a shifting front office. But Buzz City is hoping that its wait for playoff relevance will end soon. Kevin?
We all are. David, thank you. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And looking now at some numbers for Ball, how he performed last season. Averaged 10 points per game, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, the numbers, if you look at them, impressive all the way around, and he's not letting the team down.
Williams passes to Rozier. Outside Williams. Here's Washington. He's covered by Ingram. And it's Washington missing. And so it's Ingram who brings up the ball for New Orleans. They've led by as many as 11 points.
And Ball is great at pulling up quickly, easily shifting from dribble to that shooting motion there. And there's no hitch in that giddy up.
Outside Williams. Rozier kicks to Monk. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
And was last season really the first full season we got to see of Malik Monk? It was given a sizable part of the rotation and showed why he was a lottery pick for this team. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. During most of his rookie season, Monk was relegated to the bench.
Not sure if it was development or opportunity. Hard to say for Monk. Fact is, you can see the knack for scoring he has, even if he's a bit of a volume scorer at this point.
And the technical free throw is good.
And Monk is an interesting player, a combo guard with fantastic scoring potential, quick on both ends of the floor.
A platoon swap here for New Orleans. .116 left in the first half of basketball. Here's Bacon. No points in the game yet for him. Graham with the bucket.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
Right side Jackson makes it off the glass. Jackson's got his second bucket tonight.
Yeah, well done to finish that one off.
Hornets trail by 5. And the pass to Zeller. There's 42 seconds left in the first half of the game. Passes to Monk. 5 to shoot. It's rebounded by Derek Favors. Down low, Holiday. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And now a 7-point Pelican lead.
Well, a longer point guard out there, Drew Holiday, can score close into the rim with that kind of size.
Now, here's Monk. He has 6. For the 3.
Well, some credit to Holiday there on the defensive end, hand up to contest the shot.
And so that's the end of the first half. The Pelicans on top. They lead by 7. And a chance now to send it.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with...
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal. Things were going New Orleans' way from the beginning. They did it just the way it was drawn up in the locker room, starting out on a 10-2 run. After one, they held an 8-point advantage. Second quarter, not quite as good, but still managed to maintain control and enjoy a 7. And that's a wrap.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Nice game. Great performance by Lonzo Ball.
What a menace he was on defense through the first 2 quarters. Just disrupting everything.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he wanted to do out there. Everyone he guarded looked uncomfortable.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Pelicans leading by 7. Washington and Zeller are in the middle. Aiken is out there with Terry Rozier. And it's Bridges in at the 3, the small forward. So that's who James Borrego starts the second half with. And that one's good. Ingram.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Rozier looking around. Bridges passes to Bacon. Pass to Rozier. Over Ingram. Okafor grabs the miss. The Pelicans shooting has been just outrageous. 64% from the field to this point.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Here's Bridges. And the layup's good off the glass.
Not only a jump shooter, Bridges also dependable at knowing how to get it done inside.
Holiday up top. 7 points in the game. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. And it's Ingram missing.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
All the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just an
aggressive, just an attacker. Bridges wants the rock, especially near the rim.
Ball dishes to Ingram. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. The Pelicans have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
One shot.
And the technical free throw, missing that time. They'll retain possession here, however.
Such a terrific two-way guy. Drew Holiday isn't just an offensive powerhouse. He loves to play defense. I mean, loves it.
Here's Ingram. He has 6. Floats one up, and Ball with the lay-in. Ball's got 9.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater. And you look at Lonzo Ball, certainly high expectations for this young man. One and done at UCLA. How about second overall pick? That's brought some undue pressure.
Pelicans leading by 7. And Holiday has it in the corner. Just 5 to shoot. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Ray, you talk about the height for Lonzo Ball and the pressure. Do you think that creates an additional challenge for a young player?
Yeah, he's scuffled at times, but I think the future remains very bright for that young man.
And here's the upcoming schedule for Charlotte. On Sunday, they'll be facing Joel Embiid and the Philadelphia 76ers. Then on Wednesday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies. And the Hornets call time here.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
Marvin Williams is checked in for Charlotte. And New Orleans also making a change. Redick is checked in. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Count it, good. Rozier's got his second bucket of the night.
I love the fact that Bridges does a little bit of everything, including passing the ball.
With the floater, Williams with the block. And now here's Rozier, the fast break chance. Here's Bridges. Rebounded by Hart. Pelicans leading by 5. Redick passes to Holiday. Back to Redick. Here's Melly. Puts up a 3. And the Pelicans miss again. Third quarter of basketball here and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. And oh, that was close. He draws the foul. He'll shoot 2.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
For Charlotte, they have gone 4 of 6 so far from the line, missing a couple. And he knocks down the first one. So for the Pelicans, Derek Favors checked in for Brandon Ingram. Williams comes in for Josh Hart. And it's Jackson in for Drew Holiday. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. New Orleans leading by 4. Williams looking around. And it's blocked. Bridges with it. Now guarded by Redick. Here's Graham. And the rejection by Favors. And they get it back. Outside Williams. Now here's Jackson. Tight defense on him. Here's Redick. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Redick's got his first bucket of the night.
Not so much known for his ball handling skills right there. J.J. Redick putting the defender on his heels.
Zeller against Favors. Here's Monk. Count it. Monk's got his third basket of the night right there.
And I think it's going to be crucial that Monk continues to work on his playmaking ability. When he's dribbling the ball like that, he is tough to stop.
Outside, Redick. Vicious to Favors. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Monk.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
The Pelicans shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. He's off on the second. Well, Greg, this is the 15th season for the veteran Marvin Williams, former #2 overall pick back in 2005.
And even though he has never been an All-Star, Williams has always been a contributor to teams. Still can give you good rebounding and scoring in a variety of roles.
Jackson kicks to Redick. Back to Jackson. Shot clock at 5. Lays it up off the glass. Jackson's got 8 points.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Pass to Williams, and here is Monk. Here's the teardrop. Excellent D there from Williams.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Pelicans shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Jackson. So both teams making some changes here. Jackson hits both of them. Hornets trail by 7. Now Monk. 8 points for him. For 3. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. We come back right after this. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want up on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. Charlotte has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Setting the floor now for the Pelicans. All out there with Etuan Moore. Then it's Williams. Then there's Jahlil Okafor, and it's Favors in at the four-man position. Williams passes to Moore. And so it looks like the Pelicans will retain possession here. Bacon, he's checked in for Malik Monk. Hart, he's checked in for New Orleans. On defense, the Hornets, they trail by 7.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possessions.
Yeah, that's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
That one good for 2.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Misses from short range. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Ball feeling it out a bit. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And for all the drama surrounding Lonzo Ball's entrance into the NBA, one thing is for certain, he can play.
And Lonzo will always have the media attention, but the fact is he is a very talented player. His playmaking and passing was as elite as advertised from day one. Starting to find his spots on how he can score for himself. But everything else with his game is what you'd want from an elite point guard.
That free throw missing.
Impressed with the work ethic of Ball. You can see a desire to want to be great, and he's going to continue to work on improving those weaknesses.
And the Hornets making a change here. Rozier's checked in. Brandon Ingram, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Holiday comes in for Ejuan Moore. So he comes up empty, missing both. Hornets trail by 7. Rozier with the ball. There's the pass to Bridges. Here's Washington. Shoots over Ingram. And it's Washington missing.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
And slam dunk by Ingram.
And Ball sets up his teammates when they're open, quick to whip it around. One of the best ball movers in the league.
Zeller inside, covered by Okafor. Charlotte moving it around. 4 on the shot clock. Rozier for 3. Okafor grabs the miss. Okafor's got his 4th rebound in this one. And that one's good. Ingram's got the lead up to 11 now for New Orleans.
Gotta see Ingram get going down low. Just another dimension of his game that he continues to develop.
And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's his first foul. Brent, a lot of teams will be paying that luxury tax, and that is a tough thing for a lot of owners to swallow. Is this the best method to deter teams from going over the cap and overspending and outspending smaller markets?
You're hitting the nail on the head, Kevin, because there are some teams, as much as you said it's tough for some teams to swallow, there are other teams that never see that pill.
Right.
And they're willing to go as far as they need to go in order to put a championship team on the floor. It seems to be working, but the question you had for me, was it a deterrent right now? I don't know if it's as significant as it needs to be. We know the repeater tax certainly hurts some teams, but there are still teams that are willing to spend, Kevin. And that's really tough on small market teams who want to avoid that at all costs.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hi, guys. I was able to catch the message James Borrego gave to his team. His emphasis was for more effort on the defensive end. He said, we have to do a better job of communicating and helping each other out. We're getting too many easy looks. Let's make it hard on them. Kevin, they're going to have to if they're going to slow down the hot shooting of their opponent.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Now, here's Bridges. He's tightly guarded. Shot clock at 6. Passes it to Rozier. The shot off that time. So the Pelicans will take it the other way.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
And here's Rozier. He brings it up for the Charlotte Hornets. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. To the middle, stolen by Holiday. Inside, up and in on the layup. And the Pelicans lead by 12.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Pass to Bacon. The three. Charlotte no good that time either. Pelicans leading by 12. And here is Ingram. Outside Holiday. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Zeller grabs the board. Zeller's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. There's Bacon. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. The Pelicans have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Hart, no good. Charlotte working against the clock now. 1:32 left in the fourth quarter. Rozier, the pass to Zeller. The kick out to Rozier. Softly drops in the floater.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Outside Holiday. That's tipped, and he gets it back. Out to Ingram. And it's Ball in the corner. Second chance shot. Rozier with the steal. And they're on the break. Bacon the pass to Zeller. Here's Rozier. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. And it's the Pelicans' ball. 34 seconds left in the game. Now, here's Ball. Zeller grabs the board. Guys, no real chance for them to come back now.
Yeah, I think the focus has to be on their next game at this point.
And it's Rozier again missing. Rozier against Ball. So we see the Pelicans taking the W here. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Derek, what was the focus for your team tonight?
No, we just came out playing hard. No, that was the whole purpose of practice yesterday. Fix what we did, importantly on defense, just come out and play harder and just play better.
Yeah, the defense was outstanding tonight, and that led to the win. Thanks, Derek. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. And we'll see you next time.